Hey people, Richard here, welcome back to the Elite League show. We're in another quarter-final, it's Ashes of Typhon. And on the blue side, it's Yaay. Constantly changes his name, but will forever be Yaay to me, with a Lord Commissar strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with a refractor shield and can use that pistol there to shoot his own fellas in the head. Red side, Don Freeman is a mech boy. Teleporting hero that fights range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. We have a sentinel into some guardsmen, double shooters up for Freeman. Looks like they're both going east now alongside the sluggers. Maybe the mech boy looking to lock down this west side, could certainly frustrate the Lord Commissar with his range damage and his teleport. He's got a mean pistol on him, this guy knows how to use it. Here's those second guardsmen, sentinel stomping up and harassing some orcs. But there's double shooters, needs to be careful for sure. Has heavy armor, so does have some resistance to piercing damage. But that's a lot of Dakar. As you can see there's a few seconds of firing. I don't think even all the models are firing on it. And it lost like a quarter of his health bar. There's the ground pound upgrade. Down to around half health, now getting some repairs, but I don't think you can out-repair double shooters with just a single guardsman squad. Needs to be careful. Here's the mech boy too. Sentinel's in trouble. Yaay, very slow to react. Even if the mech boy didn't come in, it would have been severely threatened. That maybe he was confident that these guardsmen could come in and get the double repair. Sluggers pushing forward. Sentinel doesn't have the health to go in and risk a stomp. Mech boy teleports in to try and finish it off. There's a stomp. But it does go down, loses the sentinel early. Some sloppy play there from Yaay. I think maybe we'll see macroing something over here. Because that period when it was just sitting at the VP taking shots is what led to that loss. He must have known the mech. Must have known Freeman was a mech because plays, or unless he chose more than one orc hero. I'm not sure if they know exactly, if they're told what hero is being played before the match, or they just know the faction from the lobby screen. More Orky generators going up, and Yaay has a choice to make. Does he get a sentinel up again? He's getting some more guardsman reinforcements in the form of sergeants coming up for 9 model guardsman squads that can reinforce 2 at a time, getting a las guns going on the mech boy. Sluggers moving in though. Guardsmen of course don't want to really fight anything in melee. I wonder if they beat Dire Avengers. Like 6 model guardsmen versus default Dire Avengers. Do they beat them? Do they beat scouts? They must beat scouts. There's only 3 of those fellas. Single cap here for Yaay. Just going straight for a heavy weapon squad. A curious choice, I think. Obviously, suppressing orcs is good, but there is a mech boy who could teleport in, tie them up, and allow the sluggers to get the charge. Looters are in. Gonna try and cap this VP back for Freeman. Lord Commissar certainly got a lot of capping going over there. Now he's getting his natural power back. Was expecting catechins and another sentinel really. Got the VP lead. Almost 100 VPs already. Mech boy doing his capping thing. No real attempt to lock down this east side early. Got to stay loose at this point in the game, I guess, in terms of where your armor is and where you're capping. Power being noded mid by Yaay. Or Swifty, as he is here. Sluggers with burners up. Kicking off east side, is it? Yep, it's shooters versus guardsmen. Upgraded shooters as well with their knob leader. Not a good fight for the guardsmen, and they got shot to pieces. Couldn't quite get the decap there, but here's a heavy bolter. Teleporting in is the mech boy. He is very low right now. Able to get a few left hooks in and make that thing back away at least. Those guys not wanting to chase it since it will just set up again and hurt them a lot. Here's the Lord Commissar. Apparently has done some fighting. He's got a little bit of XP there. Sluggers are now west side capping. Might see them push up to that VP. Nothing there to stop them. Commissar tries to get around the looters and does so. can now get in amongst all of this stuff. Takes a swing at the shooter boys. Uh-oh. Gets right in the face of the looters though. Should have gone after them. Another misplay from Yaay. And is forced to retreat there. Yaay was one of the top 4 finishers in the league, I believe. One of these guys was. I'm pretty sure it was Yaay. And we got some Dakar on the gens. 446 to 409 on the VPs. Luther's going to set up right in the face of these guys. But Guardsman, very brave Guardsman, getting in there. Here we see some global buffs. More Dakar on these shooter boys, lowering the cooldown, I believe, of their ranged weapons. As you can see, they just shoot and shoot and shoot. You can think of cooldown as kind of reload time, I suppose, for weapons, for ranged weapons. 410. So 410. Triple cap, though, for Freeman, making that VP bar fly down now. Lord Commissar gets in. Good special, but is Dakkered off the field. Here are the Catechans. Heavy Weapons Squad got shot up over there. Huh. Really bad start for Yaay. Wasn't even paying attention myself. Uh-oh, Sluggers on retreat path of the Catechans. Beautifully done by Freeman. GG, says Yaay. Just a bad start and couldn't really recover. Solid play from Freeman. Took the chances that were given to him. Mech getting that, or at least helping to get that sentinel kill, was the start of the downfall, I think. Let's look at this Lord Commissar. He's got nothing going on. Didn't level up. No war gear. Mech Boy also no war gear. But way more effective with his teleporting shenanigans. Well, there you have it, guys. Game 1 goes to Freeman. It's the best of 5 series, of course. And I'll see you in Game 2. Hey people, Injured here, welcome back to the Elite League. This is game 2 of this quarterfinal. We are on Durilo's Forge, and Freeman has found a Force Commander. Very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Some more Blood Ravens, we've seen a lot of them in the Elite League. Yaay, or Swifty as he's known here, has gone for some more Imperial Guard. This time an Inquisitor, offensive hero with awesome control abilities. Blither Wheel support too, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. This will unfortunately be the last quarterfinal I can bring you. The fourth one, Lassia versus Phoenix, did not go ahead. Phoenix, unable to take part, was busy or whatever it was. So Lassia went through and faces Toilalet, the winner of this game, facing Torpid in the semi-finals of this match, rather. Freeman with the lead in this series. We saw a strong early start for his Mech Boy. Force Commander getting stuck in to double Guardsman early on, as them pushed all the way back, as you can see, letting the rest of his army cap. Did go for the second scouts. Sentinel trying to harass him. We're getting some of that weird camera shake as it is on this map. Let's select something else. Tactical Marines being chased by the Inquisitor, not wanting to fight her in melee. She does have a plasma pistol and a regular melee weapon. Not sure what her default melee DPS is, actually. But a plasma pistol is a nice touch. Scouts running away. What about these fellas? Where are you doing? We're trying to fight a Sentinel. It's not going to work out very well for you fellas. Off they go. So, yeah, you're able to bounce back quite swiftly there. Swifty's pretty swifty. Inquisitor capping mid. We've got some Devastators on the way for Freeman. No big surprise there against Imperial Guard with a Sentinel up. Can really control its movement. Much like suppressing infantry, I guess. This guy doesn't want to move around inside that firing arc. And a heavy weapon squad on the way for Yaay. Tactical Marines going... Where's the other fella? Oh, they're all in there. Going for the garrison, I think. Nope. Forcing close combat on the Inquisitor, waiting for help, but unable to get here in time. Force Commander's not pleased that they're retreating. Now he's going to try and smack up the Inquisitor. Do we have ground pound? We do not have ground pound. Should be tying up those guardsmen, I think. Once they get this Inquisitor off the field, I suppose, the biggest threat to his stuff. It's always a fine line, isn't it? Do you tie something up and maybe get some model kills, or do you get rid of the often very dangerous, or at least very influential hero? Hero the Devastator setting up with a heavy bolter. And we have another heavy bolter here from the heavy weapon squad. Those guys can get a shield though, which is awesome. Moves the Devastator in good time and stops the cap. Nicely done. Or stops the decap rather. 473 to 474, very even on the VPs early on. 2-1 cap for yaay. Gets a slight lead now. These guys taking the garrison, and they can hit them from there. Not all of those scouts firing because he wants to keep them in cover. Suppress tactical marines, but they do have heavy cover here, keeping the heavy weapon squad in place for the Force Commander to try and get in. He did not go around. Oh, there we go. He is going around. Or maybe not. An indecisive Force Commander here. What are you up to, fella? He's made a decision now. It's a slow one, but he will get in. Those tactical marines took a lot of damage waiting for this guy, and in fact, he waited so long that that was a Hammer of the Witches to his face and a Sentinel Stomp. Stuns for days. I believe Space Marines have a an organ or a thing in their brain, or it's a Laraman's ear, something like that, which is meant to stop them getting stunned and shaken and disorientated. I guess they didn't meet a Sentinel back then. 452 to 474. 1-1 cap on the VPs. Catechins on the way for yaay. Will help him deal with these heavy bolter. Oh, we got 2 Devastators for Freeman. This guy's facing in a very strange direction. Those guys ran away in a way. Here are the Catechins. Very, very versatile infantry. Can disrupt. Have power melee. Can support with a smoke shell, and have shotguns too. Let's not forget, can disrupt from long and short range. Is one of them going to be enough for 2 Devastators though? Trying to come in from an angle, maybe get into melee. We've got some overlap here, not a huge amount. There we go, these guys now turning. There's the Unreliable. And they do have the energy to use the Unreliable and the Shotgun Blast, I think. They're trying to get into melee with those guys. There's a Shotgun Blast. Here's the melee. Ouch. It's painful. So painful. Takes them down, in fact. Freeman got himself in a very bad position there. Should have got those guys moving a lot earlier, I think. Might not have saved them, though, once the Catechins got into that place. Good play from yaay. The right choices at the right times. I thought he was going to try and melee these fellas, but just disrupted them again so he could melee the other fellas to death. Flamers on your generators. Looking good now for the Imperial Guard. They have some momentum here. Inquisitors getting in on the Devastators. Those scouts are idle. That was a battle cry. So those yellow damage buffs now. One of the starting abilities for the Force Commander. Well, the starting ability. Can't get through there. Catechins will take mid. What's this though? Oh, Scout's going to take the northeast, so we might see the 2-1 for Freeman. Power bashed a little at least. Devastators trying to hold it up. Need to push up a little bit. There we go. Tactical Marines, I don't think they've dropped a model yet. They've certainly got pretty low a few times. Catechins cap the mid. Scouts cap the northeast though. But now we have Guardsmen on the southwest. Freeman wants to get on that, it looks like. Should be easy to dissuade them. They got the decap. Tier 2 for both players, but Freeman's already there. Let's see a Razorback on the way. It's a whirlwind we've got. Was not expecting that. Catachans with their disruption again, making a massive difference in these fights. And they're a threat to that Force Commander too. A level 1 Force Commander, Battlecry might save him, but he's not going to like all those power weapons jabbing him in the chest. He does get away. And some more flamers coming to bear. Jen's fully bashed now the node. Inquisitor is on the northeast. Guardsman back on the southwest. We might see a triple cap here for yaay. Whirlwind hits the field. That long range disruption, not the most reliable, but can do a hell of a lot for you. There we go. Oh, it does hit them. It did hit them. Accuracy can, I don't know, maybe these fellas are drunk or something. They just shoot in your general direction, hope. Improvised explosive on that central VP. Inquisitor doing her thing. We do have some stormtroopers on the way. Maybe get their anti-armor kit to try and hunt down that whirlwind. Does she have interrogator's armor? Nope. Stormtroopers can infiltrate themselves, but you could save them some energy by using interrogators. They might be able to finish him off with the improvised explosive here. Yes, they can. Nicely done by yaay. Freeman there obviously trying to just get the decap and then run. Tactical Marines take the southwest back. These fellas have a sergeant. So they are a threat to the Sentinel. This is misplay here from yaay. Kraken bolts might be able to do something. They should have got moving and chasing it, I think. Apparently you can't shoot over this thing very easily. 370 to 377. VP is very even. Yaay with the momentum though. These Catachans are doing a lot here. There's another improvised explosive. Force Commander is down, of course, which is a big deal here. Uh-oh. Sneaky stormtroopers are in. Have enough energy for the melter, and now the melter guns are going to do the business. Is it a melter bomb or is it a... Yes, it is. It's not a crack grenade. Didn't last very long. And melter guns, of course, are still good versus infantry if you can get in range. Getting the flank on the Devastators pretty easily here. Sentinel getting a decap here. It's looking pretty bad for Freeman. Does have plasma Devastators, and they are bad news for clumped up Catachans. Bad news for everything, I suppose. Now going to be tied up here, though. And, oh, they didn't drop a model. These Stormtroopers did. Inquisitor still with no war gear, has Ogrins on the way, just throwing tons of different threats at Freeman here to deal with. Still has a heavy bolter to try and control those fellas, and of course the Force Commander can get the Thunderhammer to disrupt melee infantry very, very effectively. Sentinel lives. Uh-oh. Boom. Almost one-shotted those heavy weapon squad fellas. That guy just put in the massive heavy bolter on his back and getting the hell out of there. How the hell does he carry that thing? He ate all of his vegetables. Improvised explosive. Wow, did a hell of a lot of damage. Did like 300 damage at least to the Force Commander there. Shotgun blast. Dealt with. Capping up the northeast again for a triple. We do have some Stern Guard veterans now for Don Freeman. Hellfire rounds loaded in, ready to shoot the hell out of all this light infantry. But now we have another threat. Ogrins hitting the field. I don't think Freeman's seen them yet. Hanging around the southwest. Good luck taking that now. Because they get suppressed, but she's done a really good job getting in behind stuff at various times. Has the cannon hits, but these fellas are kind of spread out here. And they're able to get in. It's able to attack from multiple angles at once, it seems. yaay really has managed that army well. Whenever Freeman tries to take up positions, they're coming from all sides. Commissar on the way for these guardsmen, takes them up to 12 models. Ogrins are... Oh, with a bunch of people trying to flank these poor scouts. Looks like they're not going to bother. Ogrins are making a break for it. Heavy Bolter is going to set up, and here we have a Thunderhammer too. But doesn't go after the Ogrins with it. Where's he going? Goes after the Guardsman. Ogrins just able to face tank that Heavy Bolter. Surprised that the Force Commander's not going after them here. Maybe he knows that they're just so close to base, they're going to be suppressed. Triple cap continues for yaay. Looks like it's going to be 1-1 for the series here in the quarterfinals. But you never know. I've been wrong so many times. These fellas somehow escaping without a model loss. That whirlwind choice was just very strange. Just knocked him off the cap in time to stop the decap. Nicely timed by yaay. Got a lot of damage on him too. Those Catechins did an amazing job so far. They've been the bane of that Force Commander. Plasma Cannon again gets a good hit on the Heavy Weapon Squad. Can he start to control this middle here now? Stern Guard going for the cap. They will of course do that faster than normal. Sentinel is still around. Level 2. Doesn't have a missile launcher though. Did the Ogrins get any XP? A little bit. I think they killed one of those Plasma Cannon Devastators. That one missed. These fellas are going to get the mid. Improvised explosive up in the northeast, and he doesn't have a way to spot them. Nope. Tier 3 now for yaay. 1-1 cap here. Big VP lead though for the Inquisitor. Where's she at? She's capping southwest. Big army, and has used it very well so far. Drop pods coming in. Big chunk of damage on those Catechins. Now trying to force some close combat on retreats. Can't get another model though. And looks like they're far enough away from the improvised explosive to maybe get that cap done. Big fight in mid. Plasma Cannon shoots those fellas a lot. Did they only drop one model? Amazing. It's a miracle. 1-1 cap here. Freeman trying to stay in it. But when that happens, when he pushes forward with all that stuff, what the hell is he going to do? Where was the Force Commander? Oh, he's over it. Attacks very quickly, as you can see, the Inquisitor. And here's Hammer of the Witches. Gets it just before she's knocked over. I don't think stuns stop special attack animations from occurring. Ogrins will now try and take the northeast again. Maybe rip apart the drop pod first. Nope. Just going for the decap. 80 to 348. Freeman is keeping himself in this, has got to be said. Heavy Bolter will get rid of the scouts. Unless these fellas have line of sight. Yes, they do. They've been the bane of this Heavy Weapon Squad team. Can they get... Well, they can't reach the VP though, I don't think. There's the double for yaay. They're just ground targeting here. Stone Guard trying to tank so many things. Flamers, lasguns, multi-laser from this Sentinel. And they shall no fear was up, allowing them to tank so long. But those fellas have plasma guns now. Couldn't quite finish the cap there. They do escape, barely. That was a Catechin's all reliable. Did it not disrupt them? Stormtroopers used in melee to do some work. Double cap here. Freeman running out of VPs. Sentinel got very low, but has been used superbly well by yaay. And as soon as I say that, down it goes. There's a GG from Freeman though. There's a lot of units at the end, but just didn't have answers for all this stuff. Always getting flanked. Ogrins were a massive threat. Catechins did an amazing job. So did the Stormtroopers. Look at his heroes. Level 2 Force Commander with that Thunderhammer. Never really saw him get in on the Ogrins. And a level 2 Inquisitor. Just used to tie things up and hammer things with the Hammer of the Witches. Really. Well, there you have it, guys. It's 1-1 in this series now. And I'll see you in Game 3. Hey people, Injured here, and back with some more Elite League. We're in Game 3 of this here quarterfinal on Quest Heresy, and Freeman has a Raven Alpha, a tunneling hero with awesome mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support. Begins in range combat, but can get some awesome melee weapons. Maybe we'll see one, they're pretty fun. Up against here, Yaay has gone for his Tech Marine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Quest Heresy, the ugliest map in the game, but seems pretty popular among 1v1 players. They're not as shallow as me. We've got double termagants, we got some tactical marines. It's all kicking off here. Northwest, these fellas heading for that contested power. Tech Marine's going to find some Hormagaunts to shoot, and it's one of his favourite things to do. Raven Alpha's moving in though. Kills one, kills two. And then an instant special attack. And Termagant's there to shoot him. Wow, he took a hell of a lot of damage there. Tactical Marine's trying to help out. No second scout squad for Yaay. This series is 1-1 so far. Raven Alpha again tying up that Tech Marine. Can't quite finish him off, but now he's in amongst some tactical marines. He's getting quite low though. Scouts helping out. Raven Alpha needs to run, might go down. Those guys need to stop and shoot to get the accuracy. There we go. Raven Alpha is down. A bit too over eager. Did some good work, but a bit too much of it. Sometimes you got to take a break. Raven Alpha's back to his, well, I was going to say back to his feet, back to his tail. Immediately. And a Tech Marine leveled up to 2 because he did a bunch of damage to the Raven Alpha, I suppose, before he went down there. Hormagaunts doing some good work on those tactical marines there. They are able to get back to base turrets. Meanwhile, Termagant's trying to bash power and now back away, knowing that they can't finish the bash without taking a bunch of losses, but they didn't want to trade that. Devastators now for Yaay. Doesn't have a lot of the map capped up though, with only a single scout squad. Single here for Freeman. What did you spend your power on? Nothing. No warriors up yet. Maybe he'll go for Ravener Brood. Hormagaunts able to get in on the scouts. I don't think Yaay was paying attention. Where was he paying attention then? Devastators. Devastators are suppressing some Termagants. He's trying to split them up here, as you can see, Freeman. Can't suppress them both, so he's gone for the squad with the most models, obviously. Hormagaunts trying to flank around. And there's no real way to stop them. We don't have shotguns, and we don't have any Tech Marine war gear. Able to get in on the Devastators, maybe get a model before they get back. Nope. Hormagaunts have been able to get in pretty close a couple of times now. So that Freeman has dropped some points. Maybe he never got them in the first place. Warrior Brood are up and use the tunnels to get straight onto the front line. These guys start off as a power melee squad that can jump into combat. There it is. Pretty damn effective. Especially when there's Hormagaunts following them in to bite stuff on the floor. Can't face roll into a Devastator squad though with a heavy bolter. Drop pod. I wonder how much damage that thing does. I remember ages and ages and ages ago in retail, I used to be able to like one-shot Carnifexes and stuff with drop pods. They used to do tons of damage. That was many, many years ago. No toxin sacs. No adrenal glands. Warriors taking the tunnel. Are they? Oh, the tunnel went down. There's one over here. Hormagaunts in amongst. Really nice usage of these guys so far by Freeman. Almost finishing off those Devastators. That was pretty close. And now giving his tactical marines something to worry about. Really needs a way to stop those guys. Scouts went down, by the way. There's a second tactical marine squad out of the drop pod. No war gear to help deal with the Hormagaunts quite yet. could get Bionics or the Mastercrafted Bolter to disrupt or suppress, or get them both, in fact. Warrior Brood doing their thing. Tactical Marines backing the hell away from these fellas. Here's a Ravener Brood, and Yaay goes for a quick tier 2, which could be devastating here if he can keep his power up. A Dreadnought here would be pretty bad. Razorback could give him some much needed mobility too. Ravener gets the VP for a 2-to-1 for Freeman. Might not be a very long one though. Hormagaunts are on the contested. These guys can now reinforce off this drop pod if they were to lose a model. Look at this power bashing just as he tries to stop going to tier 2. Raveners kicking some ass there. There's that heavy bolt up. Burrow strike though disrupts them, and then they can force melee combat and stop them setting up again. Triple cap here for Freeman, and gets a full gen bash. It's not looking great for Yaay. Very slow start. Every time a Space Marine player does not get that second scout squad up, they seem to really struggle early on. And that can be like a slippery slope. Razorback on the way though for Yaay. Come on, prove me wrong, Ray. Prove me wrong. Get that win with that second scout coming up. Devastator has been flanked and dealt with pretty well so far. The Ravenous now in play makes it much more difficult for them to do their job. No tunnels on the eastern side yet, since that one was destroyed. Razorback hitting the field momentarily. Tech Marine is level 3. He's certainly shot up a bunch of Tyranids. There's another one going down. Hormagaunts have found the Devastators again. If they had adrenal glands, they would have got, I think, a wipe on those Devastators by now. Maybe even a wipe on Tactical Marines, or at least a whole bunch more damage. No real way to deal with this Razorback for Freeman. Doesn't want to take too many power melee hits on rear armor though. So he's keeping his distance. Delivering a lot of damage to his warriors. There's one going down as a synapse backlash that you saw, but nothing around to be affected by it. Borrow strike on the Tactical Marines. Disrupts them both. Those guys duck out into the tunnel though. Freeman now needs tier 2 obviously, but needs some power for that. We need like 30 seconds or so to get it too. This is the beginning of the comeback for Yaay. Could get a full power bash here. No flamer though. No war gear for Ravener. And level 4 Tech Marine. Killed so many Hormagaunts. They're on him now. Not the fastest power bash ever, but it'll get the job done, I think. Devastators need to move up to support this. They will, of course, get to Burrow Strike, so he may not want to do it. Nope, he's backing away. Nothing really here to punish those Raveners getting into the back lines quickly. A melee Tech Marine, maybe. Or shotgun scouts. It's never too late to get some shotgun scouts up. Warrior Brood dropping a model. Did get the decap. Not bothering to force close combat on retreat either. Grabbing that central wreck point, and Freeman right on the power again here. Using up mobility very well so far. Tunnel going up. Planning his escape. There's no way to see where it's going to pop up, I don't think, until it does. And there it is. Gives himself another way in on that side. Nicely done. Because, of course, Yaay doesn't know where it popped up. 449 to 185. What are you shooting at? Oh, is that tunnel over there? 442 to 185. Massive VP lead for Freeman. He's avoided the worst of this Razorback pretty well so far. You can use this thing to just run over the tunnels, but I think he wants to get that XP. Does it give XP? It must give XP. Not sure if you still get a red when you run over them. I think you do. Venom Brood on the way for Freeman to try and shoot down that Razorback. Could also see the anti-vehicle weapon for the Ravener Alpha too. Tech Marine's found something to shoot, but he's out of cover here. Razorback support coming in. Hormagaun's trying to get on it. Gets enough rear armor hits and you will take down a Razorback. Not the toughest vehicle ever. Here are the Venom Brood. Range Synapse should be a quick purchase, I think. Since you have a Ravener Brood and double Termagants. Double Termagants, by the way, who never got their toxin sacks here. Foregoing the upgrades for his little nids to get the Warrior Brood and the Ravener Brood up pretty quickly in Tier 1. But now look at this map. Yaay coming back incredibly strong, caps everything. We only have power now for Freeman. Venom Brood now trying to chase down the Razorback. Devastators will protect it. Freeman coming straight through to the power again. There's only a node. Warrior Brood with their melee synapse, adrenal glands. Double cap now for Yaay. Can't believe how quickly he capped up the map there. Pretty crazy. Razorback making a big difference in that regard, of course. Hormagaun's getting too close to base turrets. The node will be clawed down. Razorback hits level 2. More power bashing. Needs to get some capping though. Termagants get a decap on the VP. Economy is very much starved for Freeman right now. Just plus 19 power income. Devastator Plasma Cannon now out. Bad news for the blob of ranged Tyranids we've seen. Not sure why those fellas retreated. Maybe it was just a Razorback on them. Still no war gear for this Tech Marine. Raven Alpha trying to get his VP back, but the Razorback on him in a flash. This thing's been awesome so far. Now he's making a tunnel. It takes him so long to build his tunnels, as you can see. Pretty long build time. Ravener Brood getting a good burrow strike. But that might mean it's not ready for when he pushes mid here. Turret's guard now on the way for Freeman. Plasma Cannon shot a little bit short. Trying to chase down this Razorback here, which doesn't have any support right now. Oh hey, we have a Tarantula turret up from Yaay. We have seen Freeman go around a few times. Don't think he knows it's there, but he is going around. 243 to 185, single cap here for Yaay. Freeman trying to focus on one side of the map and sweep across it, which I guess is a good idea. For Tyranids trying to get the map back. Venom Brood, are you shooting the turret? There you go. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Didn't last very long. What was that? Oh, we have sergeants up for both of the tactical marine squads. One of them's level 3 too. These guys just sitting there taking shots. Not sure why they aren't using their Kraken bolts. That was a massive plasma cannon shot, as you saw. He was waiting for the Ravener Brood to burrow strike, I think, which is why he was sitting there. Here's a turret guard. Dodges the plasma cannon shot. Lots of piercing damage here, which you can shrug off pretty effectively. Gets in with that heavy melee damage, of course. 240 to 147. Freeman with the 2 to 1 has both of the naturals over here, but I don't think for long. Couldn't quite make a dent in Yaay's army. Ate a massive plasma cannon shot and wasn't mobile enough to dodge it. Warrior Brood. Oh, they didn't fully reinforce over here. Poor bastards. Tyrant Guard mixing it up. Certainly gives Yaay something else to worry about, but he goes tier 3. and has tons of red. He's killed a lot of Tyranids, I suppose. There's a triple again. So quickly to get that triple with Tactical Marines capping your stuff. Devastator's moving up. Tyrant Guard will gladly just walk into them though with a heavy bolter. Doesn't care too much about heavy bolters. Should turn to engage them here. I think maybe Freeman is looking elsewhere. Uh oh, a Venerable Dreadnought dropped in, and that's really bad news for Freeman. Warrior Brood don't want anything to do with that guy in melee combat. It's a unique Dreadnought for the Tech Marine. Has no weapon upgrades, but it can charge, and melee walkers being able to charge is a big deal. Part of the reason why the Thornback Carnifex is so good. Raven Alpha hits level 2. Tyrant Guard continues to hold up these Marines and the Tech Marine, but is eventually persuaded to leave. Can go into shield wall, of course, for that awesome health regen and vehicle armor. There's a triple cap for Freeman. Nicely done. Can he avoid this Venerable Dreadnought and keep his cap game going? There's the double. No hits on retreat. I'm disappointed. When Venerables start leveling up, they get pretty nuts. You get close to like 3,000 hit points with those fellas, especially with Dark Age up to 102. Tech Marine, bad place for him. Really bad place. Gonna go down. And does. Sloppy hero loss there for yaay. Venerable Dreadnought will make a big difference here. Where are the Venom Brood? They are reinforcing. Another drop pod coming in. Why not? More Tactical Marines on the field. Shoot your stuff pretty good. 202-49. And yaay, I think, is going to get a triple. Maybe. Oh, Tyrant Guard over here. Maybe not. Just munching through these Marines. Ouch. The splash hitting all of the models there. 188-49. Double cap now for yaay. Doesn't have a lot of VPs to hang on to though. Freeman's still very much in this. Has tons of red, but it isn't getting tier 3 anytime soon. Venerable already has a little bit of XP. What's Freeman doing? Is he going for the power? I think you've got to fight your battles, buddy. You've got to try and fight your battles. It's gone through to the power. It's going to get him flanked very nastily, I think. Maybe he was just trying to avoid this fight. Didn't want this fight at all. Uh-oh. Venom Brood caught on retreat. Getting smacked up by the Venerable Dreadnought. They do get away. But do these guys get away? Tyrant's Guard can't retreat, of course. And doesn't want to fight a Venerable Dreadnought. Doesn't really want to fight any Dreadnought in melee. I see Southeast is maybe turning red for yaay. Might get him a triple, although Freeman is taking his natural back there. Tyrant Guard taking big chunks from those Venerable Dreadnought attacks. Does charge away now. And doesn't get stuck on anything. Well done. He's always getting stuck, that fella. Tactical Marines now capping duty over here. Double cap for yaay. Going to be a triple, I think. These Tactical Marines should be able to hold off this Ravener Brood. Those guys are inside the tunnel there. Another Turret Guard for Freeman. No zone throw, Pate. There's that triple. 72-49. It's getting very close now. Every cap is absolutely vital from now on. Tactical Marines behind that heavy cover are tanking so much. Tech Marine tied up here by warriors. Ravener might have been better off tying these fellas up in melee. 35-49. What is this? They're still chasing that guy, but there's a Venerable Dreadnought to smack. And smack. Yes, down they go. 2 to 1. Yaay very much in the ascendancy here though. Look at the map. Really topsy-turvy game. Ever since tier 2 and that Razorback hit. It's been like the map's been painted different colours very often, completely. Mostly red though. Yaay's done a great job capping. Since those early struggles, capping. There's that second turret guard. 6 to 49. And I think we're going to see a 2 to... Oh, there's a single. That could be enough. Even with that 2 to 1. Looks like Yaay. There's a GG. And Yaay takes the third game for a 2 to 1 lead in this best of 5 series. They had a level 2 Ravener and a level 5 Tech Marine. No war gear for either of those fellas, but a really solid performance from Yaay. Allowed that slow start, knowing that he could do a lot of work with the Razorback, I guess, and he sure did. Freeman did his best to get on that power, had some nice flanks early on, but his blob of nades were dealt with. Just very solid Marines. Just some solid Marine play will get it done for you. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in Game 4. Hey people, Injured here, back with Game 4 of this Elite League quarter-final. We are on Outer Reaches, and Freeman is now rocking a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting here at that fight fringe combat grid for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. Is he going straight for that VP? He is. Red side, we have Yaay with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, powerful offense and disruption fights mainly in melee combat, rocking a cloak of human skin, because of course he is. He went into the shop and said, give me the most grim and dark thing you have, and they gave him some skin, and he was like, okay, I'll have it. GSM phasing through each other there, making their way up to shoot the Warp Spider. Some serious capping going on. VP already got, and is going to get this wreck point too. Look at that. Now needs to teleport the hell away and run away. We have Howling Banshees on the field for Don Freeman. Power Swords at the ready. They've got all of their hair products on, and they're ready to go. Are those holsters they have as well? Looks like it. Pistols don't do much damage though, from what I can tell. On those Banshees, get something new, ladies. Just pick up a bolt pistol or something. Double Banshees maybe from Freeman, unless that's a mistake. That's going to be a lot of fun. Might see some group teleport shenanigans with this Warp Spider fella. We've got some more heretics for Yaay, taking over capping for the Chaos Log. He wants to kill something. Not enough blood in the requisition point. Breaking all the things. Looking for something to kill. There's some Dire Avengers. Whole bunch of them, in fact. Here we go. No combi flamer, but it'll do the job. Smack. Just try to duck around the other side of the wreck point. It's not going to save you, fellas. Hits them off it with Kill the Weak, and then puts the cap back to neutral. And now in amongst some more Dire Avengers. These guys should have started moving way before this guy could get into melee, I think. As soon as he went to decap the wreck point fully, they could have started moving away. Although without Fleet of Foot, not sure if they could have permanently got away. Havoc's on the field now for Yaay, and we do see double Howling Banshees. One of the rarest openings you can see in this game. Not very often you see double Banshees on the field. Havoc's are going to head up to the northeast to meet them. CSM getting some shots in. They do have a clear retreat path back if they need it. But they're heading back towards the Havoc's here. Setting up a nice... Oh, he should have stayed set up, I think. Might have got a model as they retreated right into them. So that first Howling Banshee squad back out on the field. Warp Spider able to get in and do this. Tie up those Havocs. He also has a special attack, this guy, so can disrupt them, perhaps. Potentially. Allow the Banshees to get in. Get some free attacks. Which is always fun. And not at all maddening when it happens to you. One generator goes up. Heretics without upgrades right now. We've got double Havocs. That's where all the power's gone. Double Havocs to fight double Banshees and that Warp Spider, of course. CSM in behind. Could be a bad place for them, although he is trying to focus down his Banshees so they can't do this. Can't get in on the CSM and do a lot of work. Heretics seeing off the Dire Avengers quite easily. Needs the Shuriken, I think. Because the Chaos Lord is able to just freely run anywhere. The double Heretics getting in quite easily too. Oh, Warp Spider teleported and then died. The animation for the Chaos Lord's attack, I think, was already winding up when he teleported, so it still hit, technically. Banshees get the decap and run. We haven't seen both of the Banshees in the field at the same time, I don't think. Chaos, at the moment, seem to be sweeping through the engagements pretty easily. Double Havocs to now deal with. There is opportunity to flank through the mid. And of course the Warp Spider can get in, if he's alive, and tie one of them up. It's a big if. Could revive, suggesting maybe he's got his eye on purchasing something else, or maybe going straight tier 2. Tier 2 would be great, that's for sure. Could get some Warp Spiders up, teleport in behind the Havocs and shoot them up, or just tie them up. Power bashing now. They're going to swap power, I suppose, although this one's being stolen. I don't think these guys are going to steal, they're going to bash. 414 to 468 on the VPs. Chaos Lords found some Dire Avengers. They do have their aspect so they can fleet and throw grenades and do all this stuff. Grenade does hit the Havoc slightly, but they'll be okay. Heretics here, I should say, with an aspiring champion in amongst the Banshees. We might see double aspiring champions. In fact, we do, to help fight off the double Banshees. Haven't made a big impact so far, the Howling Banshees, but that can change so quickly with those ladies. What are you doing, Warp Spider? Of course you are. Teleport cap. Can take a lot of fire though. We'll get a decap, I think, but I don't think he's going to stick around. There's the retreat, and there's tier 2 for Freeman. Chaos Lord capping. He's not happy about it. Heretics also. And Banshees trying to get their power back. But some aspiring champion Heretics and CSM have other ideas. Yeah, they don't want to fight that. Chaos Lord's getting very low. Kill the weak doesn't help you when you're 10 meters away from your enemy. This Habit's going to stay up here. Nope, keeps them mobile as he can. Look at this map. Done a great job controlling it so far as yaay. Eldar have been unable to get double Banshees doing some painful things so far. That's going to suppress the entire blob because they're so close together. And here's, some nasty flanking shenanigans going on. Double Heretics. Unfortunately for yaay, could not get one of the Heretics into combat there. Grenades are dodged. And this is going to be nasty. Very nasty. CSM should be forcing close combat, but they didn't, I don't think. One of the Dire Avengers went down though. Those guys were upgraded, of course. That's a rough start to tier 2 for Freeman. 372 to 468. Warp Spider again on this VP. Haven't seen him in combat very much. A lot of capping. I think he's maybe a bit too hasty to get on these points. He needs to have a good engagement first, maybe. Do some damage to Yae's army. There's none. And then go down and cap. The power is still red over here. I mean, it's tough to manage that kind of thing. Managing capping and fighting is a big part of 1v1s, which makes them way harder to play compared to team games where capping is kind of an incidental thing you do after fighting a lot of the time. Double Banshees there, trying to do their thing on the CSM, but they only got one model. 367, 468. No war gear that I can see. Nope, level 2 Chaos Lord. No XP whatsoever for the Warp Spider. Has he really not even killed a heretic or something? Oh, maybe I'll do one now. You can do it. The amount of blood coming out of these fellas. How are you alive? How are you standing up? Banshee's getting in. He did get some XP there. Banshee's got the kill. Decent retreat grenade. Really good retreat grenade, in fact, for Freeman. Almost wiped out those fellas. There's a blood crusher now to deal with, though. Triple what? We have triple Banshees for Freeman on the field. I thought my eyes were deceiving me there. Can he get aspect of strength up for all of them with the X-Arcs? Blood Crusher should be able to chew through. I mean, that's a lot of power melee attacks, and as you can see, it is starting to make a dent on the Blood Crusher there. They found some Havocs, but here's some more. Crazy build from Freeman. These guys eventually get their power back, maybe. Warp Spider able to get on that VP again. That's kind of kept Freeman in the game so far, I think. Double Blood Crushers from Yaay. You need your spears, ladies. And for that, you need power. Not sure if these guys are going to finish this cap over here. Ouch. (281) 468. Warp Spider did get the cap and got away, and there's now a webway in the northeast corner. Not sure if these fellas can see it from here. They are a detector unit, but might need to be closer, even so. More decapping for the Warp Spider. Don't think he can teleport away, doesn't have the energy, so needs to retreat through these fellas. Or does not. There we go. Did he use the gate? Not sure. No, I think he just ran up here. Double Blood Crushers with Heretic Worship support are going to get in and chop through those Banshees. And now Heretics on retreat. And now CSM on retreat with an Aspiring Champion and Eternal War. But they don't force close combat. Letting those Banshees off. Could have got another model or two, maybe. The Blood Crushers here could just go into base and wreck the Banshees. I mean, you do get some damage resistance when you're near your HQ. That's what that blue aura is, you see. But they could hold them up at the very least. Warp Spider's on the way for Freeman. These Banshees barely getting out of there. There's a triple for Yaay. And those Banshees just got charged over and died. Yeah, now he's in HQ. Not sure what Freeman could do about this, really. Bashing the webway. I guess they got out here. Yes, they did. 175 to 468. Double cap for Yaay. What is this? Here's the other two Banshees. Bashing power, those power melee kicks. And another Blood Crusher for Yaay. And why not? With what you're facing here, Blood Crushers are going to do a great job. Yeah, these fellas could get a Haywire grenade. But it's only one. And his Banshees... Oh! We do have the spear up. But these ladies go down. Blood Crushers just chopping through them. They've taken no damage here. GG, says Freeman. And looks like the match goes to Yaay, and he advances to the semi-finals with a 3-1 win, where he will face torpid. Very strange game. Freeman with triple Banshees. Yaay with triple Blood Crushers. Freeman really struggled with the balance between map and fighting, I think. Couldn't quite get it together. Yaay very, very strong after that first shaky game. Chaos Odd got level 2. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.